Going in 10. 3, 2, 1, go.
Message of the week this week is community comes first. So I'm going to start with saying that at Salty Hive, community is our guiding principle and value here. Everything we do is to support and build this community stronger. We are going to go through, we have Garrett, Clarissa, and Samantha. We're just going to go through how you guys would brief community comes first in a day-to-day class. Garrett, you get to start us off with this.
I usually start off with one of the founding things of CrossFit is the community and the people that we get to be here with, and how it allows us to push through a lot more, or especially all of the hard things that we do in here. It's much easier to do that when you have somebody else there doing it with you, right? Like those of us who've worked out by ourselves, it's not as intense or as easy as trying to do it when you have a group of people that you get to do it with. So it does allow you to increase your intensity and also like have that community background. And then in addition to, you have this breadth of people that you get to combine together that would not normally cross paths on a day-to-day basis that also like exemplifies things. So, yeah.
Love it. Clarissa?
I would say that what really makes CrossFit unique is the community, right? We're not going into Vasa and putting our headphones on and, repping out some reps at the bench. And what really makes us different is that ability to suffer together and build friendships. And I think a big one with that is the accountability that we give each other. Like when I don't see someone that I go to the 6 p.m. class with regularly and they haven't been here for a week, I literally will text them and be like, where have you been? Right? Like I think Ryan was out for an injury and he is a very consistent member. And I texted him and I was like, yo, what's going on? Haven't seen you. Oh, I hurt my wrist, So you don't get that when you're going to a box gym. You don't have people in the community that push you, that check in on you, that make sure that you're going to the gym. And that's something very unique that I've seen in the CrossFit space.
Love it.
My brief for this is usually along the lines of CrossFit is hard. The community makes it a little bit more manageable. So do your best to embrace that and be a part of it. Find people in your classes that you enjoy being around and working out with. Text them, see when they're going again, etc. Come to our events that we do that are outside of working out. So try and immerse yourself into the groups of people that we have to help make this thing a little bit more enjoyable.
That's perfect. That is a great segue into our first thing is CrossFit is hard and community is what makes it fun. So why is it that shared suffering that you guys all talked about helps us build a community?
I mean, it's because we're all doing like kind of that common goal, right? We're all working together towards that same, whatever the workout is of that day or that week or that month or whatever. We're in the lifting cycle right now. So we have that big, strong community with the lift off right now. I think it allows people to have some kinship, some tribemanship, that type of stuff that allows them to kind of feel like, oh, we're all doing the same thing. Oh, we're on the same rep scheme right now. Like, oh, we're all just kind of doing it, which is nice. It's not just like, oh man, I got to do more of this. You can kind of lean on that other people's intention and feed off their energy that allows it to be a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more fun, right? And it's a hangout, right? Like people come early, they hang out, they come stay late, hang out, they get to talk about it. Oh, how'd you do on Tuesday? How'd you do on Wednesday? And like, it just keeps that mindset in the same place, which is, I feel it's really nice. So. Plus, if you're like me and you work out and like you're always chasing somebody or running away from somebody, which I think also allows it to be more fun, enjoyable, increase that intensity a little bit. So, yeah.
Love that.
I mean, we obviously aren't the military, but I do think that there's like similar ties where you look at people that bond within the military going through those hard combat missions and suffering together. I think you can see a lot of similarities of like there's this growth and hard point through suffering that like bonds people together, right? And kind of that similar nature. Mm-hmm. And some of it, is it fully explainable? Maybe not. But I think doing hard things together and seeing someone else push through something hard with you really just builds kind of this bond that you don't. It's kind of like when your friend is there for you when you go through something really hard, and you know that they have your back, it's kind of similar to that,
Mhm.
right? Like, oh, Liv's doing a qualifier, everyone's here behind her, like helping cheer her on through this like suffer.
Mhm.
Like, I know that these people are gonna be here for me in hard times.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think literally what a community is, like the definition of it is a group with like shared interests and goals. And so here gives us a shared group.
Sorry, I was trying to do that quiet.
No, well, it's okay. It's not a beer though, so that's all right. So we like the nature of being here gives us a shared group, right? Gives us a common goal. And with that common goal, what I think often goes unnoticed is if somebody else is beating, like if somebody else, you're like doing this little mini competition with them, they're getting better and you're getting better, right? So them getting better gives you something better to chase. And yes, it's still always fun to like have that your win in that little competition, but the better that person gets, the better you get. So then you kind of have like this, oh, I'm trying to beat them, but also I'm really happy they beat me because that's awesome. And then now I have something better to shoot for. So it naturally elevates you and the people around you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think adding on to that, like, I think there's also a sense of like you do things you probably wouldn't outside of CrossFit gym, right? Like you probably wouldn't try a lot of the things that we do in here outside of here. Um, or you don't find your true potential. I feel like having a community is really helpful with those types of things, like really finding out the things that you can do because you get to see people do things and you're like, well, then maybe I could do that thing, right? So I think that also has to go with that. Anything else you guys want to say about
Well,
that?
to like what Swess was saying, it can really shift your mental focus on what you're doing on that day, right? It's like you're not just thinking about your workout, you're maybe thinking about what's going on around you, and it kind of just almost like a distraction, right? Like it's still going to be hard, right? Physically, it's still the same workout, but you still can apply a little bit less mental taxation to it because you're like more enjoying it, kind of deal.
Right.
So.
And I could argue physically it could be harder
Yeah.
because you are pushing to that.
Yeah.
But mentally, like,
yeah,
it's more fun. Like, suffering by yourself is like not as fun. Like, I've been in here and I'm worked out by myself and it's just like not the same. It is definitely not nearly as enjoyable as like being with someone. Even if you're not necessarily like, let's go the whole entire time, but like just the fact that you're both doing it is just like really helps it be manageable. Is there anything else you guys want to say on that topic? Okay. Then also as humans, we are meant to be a tribal species, right? We are meant to share experiences with others. So how can members here really embrace the community, become a part of the community, and help build this community?
I light up first last.
Okay. All right. I mean, one is being consistent to classes. I would say that's the first and foremost, right? Another thing that I just thought of is like the nature of a CrossFit gym and especially ours, just with our space, because I know it is like you in some way, shape, or form have to be aware of those around you just with space, right? Like, so in a lot of ways, like, as opposed to different gyms where you get to just like wander through however and people don't really care about what's going on around with those around them. Like you have to be conscientious of those around you. And so it in a lot of ways happens naturally. But I think when you come into the gym, just trying to pay attention to those around you, whether that is you're making friends, you're introducing yourself, or just setting goals, in relation to people around you, and just trying to use those as motivators and as positive enforcement and then all those sorts of things. Love that.
I always say that I don't do CrossFit to work out. Like that I find health and fitness to be a byproduct of like being here, and that I really come to like work out with my friends. And I have actually really liked more when we've implemented that I can see who's going to class. Cause I'm like, oh, my buddy's like Josue and Aiden and Ryan are going to be there, and it's going to be a great 6 p.m. class, right? And so that is really why I do CrossFit. And like for me, like the health and fitness is very much like a byproduct. Like I'm pretty sure that if I didn't have the community of CrossFit, I probably would be like 300 pounds and like wouldn't work out because I don't want to go into a gym and like work out by myself. And I think part of that comes from like always being in like a sports environment my whole life. And for me, like kind of the community of CrossFit was similar to having like teammates on a sports team that we're all like working together.
Absolutely.
For sure. Wes already mentioned this before. It's like, come to our events, like come and just immerse yourself in this community. Like consistency every day is really good, but when you come in here, talk to somebody. Like just talk to them. Say, did you work out yesterday? Or how do you feel about this workout? Or like talk just one question and then lead in from there. Like stay a little late, maybe talk to somebody, right? You never know what's going to come of that, right?
Yeah. I love that like one question, because the next thing I was going to say is like, us coaches, we have to be outgoing. That's part of our job. So like when someone new comes in here, it's like, it's our job to be like, hey, how are you? What's your name? What's your occupation? Do you have family? Are you like, tell me your job?
Yeah.
Like, right?
Give me your
Like,
bio. Let's go.
Tell me everything about you. So like that's kind of our job. So that comes, I wouldn't say naturally, but probably now pretty naturally for most of us. That is not the case for a lot of our members. So, I mean, I do think there are members here. Let's shout out Haley. That new person will come in. She'll be like, hey, like, do you want to be best friends? Right?
Yeah.
And that's great. Like, those types of people really help build the community. But what about for those people that are a little bit more reserved and are a little bit more shy? And I think that one question thing is awesome because you just never know what you have in common with someone else. Is there any other tips that maybe you would give someone that is a little bit more on the reserved side?
I think the other thing it's allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable in here, right? And that's not just like to people, it's like even to the coaches and like trying something new, like allowing yourself to fail in class and people see that. That also shows other people can do that, and it's okay to fail. It's okay to do these things, right? Scaling something back when you know you might have to, like being an example of that also can help people attract to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, that was really cool. You tried to walk on your hands up. You fell down. I'm glad you're okay, but hey, that was cool. You actually tried it. Like things like that. If you like, you don't necessarily have to be like, it's not a verbal thing, but it's like a presence thing, right? Which is, I think we have another message on that. It's like your presence, your mindset in here. It's also good. Like if you have a good presence, people will attract to you and talk to you. So
Yeah, absolutely.
instead of just going like hide in the corner or something like that, where, you know, I try to attract those people. Hey, get over here. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're super shy, go set up your station next to somebody that you think you'll be a little bit more comfortable with. Chances are they're gonna talk to you if they've been here over a year, right? At least something.
Right,
It might not be a
sure.
lot, but chances are they're gonna say something to you if you keep setting up next to them, right? And I think the other thing with community, like I said, what we have is a shared goal, a shared activity, a shared purpose, so you can always lean on that. It doesn't mean that you're going to become or need to become best friends with everybody in here, right? Like that is not what that means. But it does mean that you do have a support system. Like these people are going to support you in here with what your goals are in here. And so just come in open-minded, like that everybody here is going to support you as you're working on stuff. And that doesn't mean you have to go in and like, hi, what's your name? My name's Samantha. I'm so happy to meet you. That's not what that has to be. But just come in open-minded, set up next to somebody that you think you're going to be a little bit more comfortable with, and be open to them when they reach out as well.
Yeah, I love that. I think another thing that people don't realize is there are a lot of communities within this community, right? Like we have a group of our ladies that are like I don't know if they're 40 plus or 50 plus, and they like do fun stuff outside of here. And then we have like people do a book club sometimes. There's different religious groups that meet once a week. And so like there's so many different communities in here. We've done a running group, like so many different things that you just don't necessarily, you're not going to know that they're out there if you don't put yourself out there, right? Everyone is more than welcome. Or all these communities are more than welcome to, like, for sure. They're like want people to be involved in these things. And so if you are on the more reserved side, like I think he said, be a little bit more vulnerable because you just don't know what you're going to find out there. You might find more than one community.
Yeah. And on your note, if you're really nervous about it, like ask a coach. Like Liv said,
Yeah.
we often know who skis, who has book club, who is in running club. Like we
Yeah.
often know that those groups exist and at least a few members that are in them, right? So
If you ski, you just have to come.
I was gonna say Garrett's the first.
Ski, just come talk to me. You
Skier,
know.
mountain biker.
I'm
If you want to have fun outside of the gym and do activities,
Garrett's
Garrett's
probably
your
your
guy.
point of contact. But I can tell you who else is fun.
yeah.
I'm not fun, but I can tell you who else is.
Kurt's fun. I like Kurt. No, I'm just kidding. Love
We
you,
know.
Susan Swift.
I think also being open, doing partner workouts to like working with the new partners. So like something we do in here that I think is pretty unique to any other CrossFit gym I've gone to is that we typically assign partnerships, right? Like coaches assign your partners. Sometimes we let you choose, but most of the time we assign partners. And like Saturday, for instance, I was coaching and I tried to like match up a couple of our newer members with maybe like an older member that they didn't know, but like we're similar level. And I got like a little like couple like sighs or like disappointment that people didn't get like paired up with their like normal partner. But then I tried to say like, hey guys, like be open to like meeting new people. And I feel like after I said that, people were like, oh, okay. But I really think that especially as we have new members come into the gym, it's good for our older members to be open to partnering with some of those newer members so that we can continue to build that community. Because if we don't, like the community will just stay stagnant, right? So we want to continue to constantly be building that community and getting those new people integrated into our community.
Yeah, for sure. And on that note too, with the partners, is I've had not necessarily recently, but like people are like, I avoid partner workouts because like I do not want to make my partner wait, or like I'm too slow for my partner, or whatever that looks like. I pinky promise. Nobody cares. And they were probably like, thank goodness, right? But that is a wonderful way to meet new people, is those partner workouts.
Yeah, and on kind of that note of what you just said, there is not a single, I don't care what your training day is, there is not a single training day that is that important in your overall health and fitness.
Absolutely.
It does not exist. So there is not one single training day that like if you get partnered with somebody that slows you down 10 seconds, that it is going to matter. It's like just simply not going to matter.
Absolutely.
Like the relationship that might be built for that is like way more impactful to everybody involved.
And I also don't think that I've ever done a partner workout, even with someone that might be like way lower than me, that I didn't like finish the workout, like, right? Because like, there's always like, maybe like I get more rest, so then I push harder, right? So there's like, I just feel like I've never left a partner workout and be like, I was hindered by my partner.
Absolutely.
Never.
Never.
Also,
Honestly, to the point, really, that's, if we want to dive into that just a little bit, it's like us as the coaches, we know like we're trying to pair up people, like you did a good job of like mixing like new people with existing people, but also we try to pair people up that have similar abilities so that they don't have that. And if we do get a situation where there's a big degree of skill difference there or intensity difference, like we as the coaches should be scaling that so that it's still the same. That's like, that's either applying a different intensity to the more fit athlete or a different intensity to that scaled athlete so that they are matched. And I know there's a few partner workouts that I've done with some scaled athletes that I was like, you need to slow down because I'm not getting any rest right now.
I've gotten paired with people that were nervous about it. I was like, I need you to be less nervous because you're killing me.
Yeah. That mainly comes in when we do like handstand walks because the bear crawl people just fly. And I'm like, my arms can't feel them anymore. So trust me.
It's true.
Everybody's making out on that.
Yes,
so.
it's true.
Yeah.
So.
And that's true. Like that's what we do here. We try to give everyone the same stimulus. So like you're not going to slow them down. You are going to do something that is equal.
Well, it's just like how every other day when we have a time domain that we want you to finish in, it is pretty rare that our coaches are dramatically off of that for a given athlete. The same thing is going to happen with a partner workout, right? Like we can make it all work for everybody all the time.
Absolutely. So community is truly what makes CrossFit special. So I'd like to have each one of you talk about how the Salty Hive community has impacted you personally.
I would say for me, and this is true not just for Salty High, but just really in CrossFit in general, it has provided family away from family. It's always been that way, and that's why I continue to preach CrossFit and try to bring more people in this community. Because as a transplant, it's like when I moved here, I didn't know anybody, so it's like the first thing we did was we'd come to a gym, and I met amazing people. I met all of you here. I met other families that come to the gym, and we have great, strong relationships with them. Like the Andersons, we ski with them all the time and go to their house and hang out with their kids. So it's just I cannot be more grateful for that opportunity. And I as soon as I walked through the door and like started like hanging out with the community in here, day one, I was like, this is it. So I already knew, and that was coming from another gym that I had tried out previously that week, and I felt that their community, I could see it and feel it. I was like, this is not community. This is like people coming here, working out and leaving kind of deal. So I won't name any names on that, but here it's great. It's a family, and that's always what I've gravitated towards. So it was like that in Minnesota too. It was the same thing. We have lifelong relationships with people there now because of that, and it's like I wouldn't have that without CrossFit. I wouldn't have that without Salty Hive. So and now I get to coach here. Now I get to hopefully impact other people in the same way from the front of the classroom, not just from the back. So I absolutely love it. So yeah,
That's great. Love
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much to say on this topic. I don't really know where to
That's okay.
start. I guess first of all, kind of to Garrett's. So I started doing CrossFit first in 2016 was the first time I walked into a CrossFit gym. At that time, it was kind of like after I'd stopped my collegiate swimming career, and my college boyfriend at the time was a CrossFit coach. And so he was like, come check out CrossFit. I was terrified when I first walked into a CrossFit gym. But then everyone was like super welcoming and very quickly made a lot of friends. Couple years later, I moved to Philadelphia. And when I had moved to Philly, I like literally knew no one. Like I moved there for a work and grad school program. And I would say about 90% of the friends that I made in my 5 years in Philly were from my CrossFit gym. People that like I went to their wedding, right? Like that I have like stayed friends with to this day. Like every time I go to Philly, like one of my friends out there, like she owns a CrossFit gym now. And every time I go out, I like drop into her gym. And then same thing when Brian and I moved to Salt Lake, I only had like one friend in Salt Lake. And I would say literally like all of our friends, except for that one friend, are from Salty Hive, right? Like kind of like Garrett said, we like ski with people from the gym. We like some of our best friends we made here, like were our camping buddies that we would camp with outside of the gym, like birthday parties with people, like at like our wedding, I would say like our wedding party was majority people like from this gym. And so like maybe like we're just here to like work out, but it's like so much more than that. Like these people are like, you know, the people that I like had at my wedding. These people are people that I spend my weekends with that like are there to support me not only in the gym, but like out the gym at like those big events. So that's like been true through any CrossFit gym. But I do think that there's like a lot of uniqueness here at Salty Hive. And by the way that it's like run. So like one of the things that's unique here is like you can't just like do an open gym membership here, right? Like we do have open gym, but that's like supposed to be a supplement to classes. You cannot join our gym and just do open gym. And from the CrossFit gyms that I've been to, I do think that that is a huge driver of what builds our community, right? Like it is an expectation that you join classes here. You can't work out like on the side during class either. That is like not allowed. And the expectation that our coaches do classes, right? Like a lot of gyms that I've been to, like a lot of coaches or higher athletes, like they don't do classes, right? Like they coach at the gym, but they do their own programming. But here it's an expectation, like everyone, including the coaches, they do classes. And I really think that that's a big driver of like what builds the community here, right? Like everything that we do here is centered around like building that community.
That's great. I think they nailed it.
Samantha, come on.
Okay.
That's where else do we go?
So I now currently have the largest, closest, most supportive group of friends I've ever had in my entire life. So I've always had like a couple very close friends that are great, and they're still included in this current group of friends. But I have never had this expansive of a network that I feel like I would call close friends that I know I could rely on for anything. And all of them except for my sister, Megan and Kirsten. So Sabrina, Megan, and Kirsten, I met at the gym. And so I just think there's something unique and special about a place like this that attracts those type of people that and those type of people that want to be here and want to support those around them, that has allowed for that. I also, because of CrossFit and specifically Salty Hive and the people here, am the happiest and mentally healthiest I had ever been in my entire life. And that is due in large part to the focus of CrossFit and these people wanting the best for me, not just worrying about like external societal standards of stuff, right? Like just wanting me to be that happy, healthy person. And that support, and also the people that I've had to look up to in that, have like truly changed my life, because I would have never gotten to this point with loving myself and my body and what I was capable of and being accepting of myself this way, had it not been for them. And then finally, I have this whole new passion that I didn't even know was possible in coaching. I mean, as you all joke and everybody jokes, it's like I don't even have another full-time job because I'm just here all the time, because I love it so much. And now I get to help other people love it this much. And that's like even better than me being able to bring it for myself. So
That was great. I'll go. I do not know that Salty Hive has helped anyone more than it's helped me. I feel like that's obviously biased because I am me and I'm in my own body. But I obviously started CrossFit when I was 19. So I was like, what the heck is being an adult, right? Like I'm a kid starting CrossFit through a college class, like not really sure what to expect. And this place gave me more than I could ever expect. Oh no. I've had people here that have helped me grow up and have quite literally shaped me into who I am today. And I could not be more grateful, because I truly believe who I am today is exactly who I've always wanted to be. Like, I truly feel like I'm living my dream. So a little couple people to shout out. Sabrina, she gave me my first home outside of my mom's home. She was supportive of me, and she truly taught me how to, not taught me, but she guided me in a way to adulthood, honestly. She has impacted me in more ways than I can even imagine. I was actually thinking yesterday, I'm like, this doesn't sound like a compliment, but it is. She was like my mom away from my mom. And that was like really amazing of her. I'm going to shout out Amy Croft, because if she didn't bring Josh to this gym, I would have never met him. And he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So obviously that. And then another shout out to Justin. He has done more for me than anybody I've ever known. He has now given me and Josh a home. Me and Justin wear a lot of hats together. He's my landlord. he has coached me from the 19-year-old girl starting CrossFit to someone who's highly competitive, and I think I'm pretty good at CrossFit, and I owe that a lot to him. He also has now given me a career, and so in more ways than I can thank you enough, Justin. But everyone at the Salty Hive community has impacted me in one way or another, whether that is a friendship, just a friendly conversation. I love people, and I love being around different types of people. I would have never met even one person in here if I didn't do this, because the path that I was on was not this. Not that it was a bad path, but it was not the path that all my friends are like way older than me, and that's how I like it. And so I just would never have ran into those people without this place. And so the Salty Hive community means more to me than I can even explain. It's hard to put into words, truly. And I know that you guys all feel the same about this community. So thank you all for being a part of this community. Our community is our number one priority here. It truly does come first, and we want to make this a place, yes, that you get healthy and fit, but you also feel like you are a part of something bigger than yourself. So thank you for being a part of our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.